Hello, hello, hello. I'm just waiting for it to confirm that we are alive. Oh, as the song goes. I'm just going to do something here because I want to welcome you to the 9-9 portal, the second 9-9 portal of the month. So, how are we all diddling? Welcome to Monday. Welcome to Motivation Monday Mindset, the 999 Gateway Portal, and messages from the universe. So why is this another 9-9 portal? Well, today is the 18th of September, and 18, 1 add 8 is 9. There we are, maths lesson today. So we got the 9th and the 9th month, September, so it's a 9-9 portal. It is the second 9-9 portal of this month. We do have another one later on, which is the 27th of the month. 2 add 7 is 9. Yeah, maths today. Don't we just love maths? Absolutely. Hello, Colin. So we do have another 9-9 portal. So I have actually shared today, one of the comments there is the link. Can't put my teeth in. The link to the 9-9 portal and meditation that will take you into that meditation to take you into a deeper level to connect with the gateway. So if I do or do not do cards, I will do my disclaimer, Colin, while I wait for people to find me. I may or may not do readings today. If I do, I'll be using Carl Gray's Gateway of Light Activation Oracle cards. You need to be over 18 for reading. If you're under 18, you need to have parental consent and parent needs to be here. I'm not allowed to give legal, medical, financial advice or pregnancy advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. If you choose to use it for any other purposes apart from entertainment, it's down to you or not down to me. Okay, so motivation and mindset Monday. So yes, it's good old Monday today. Another start of another week of wonderful opportunities. Well, do you know what I was doing? If you read my Google thing, I did a post on Google. Yes, I post to Google. I'm doing a Google challenge, and one of the insight was what's the fallacy? What's a myth about tarot? And one of them is, can I predict the future? And no, I can't predict the future. However, I'm going to predict that you personally cannot get pregnant as a current male. However, maybe if you have a female person who has a womb, a fully functioning womb and fully functioning ovaries, you may get them pregnant if you're not firing blanks. As I said to my husband, I got pregnant, and my brother said to my ex-husband, "Hey, congratulations, Jonathan, you're not firing blanks." That's what he said to my brother, my ex. Maybe that's why he's an ex. Yeah, you're not firing. So I said that to my son. I went, yeah, you're not firing blanks. He's going to produce me grandchildren. Yes. But no, you personally, no, I don't think maybe in the future that men will be able to have babies if they implant wombs, fully functioning wombs. But you'd probably have to have a cesarean section because I don't think you want to pass a baby through your little dinky winky. That would be bloody painful. Bit of a biology class, maths and biology today. Hello, Sally. If anyone turns on that, what the bloody hell we're talking about? But yes, I'm predicting that no, you personally at this time in your life will not get pregnant at this moment. But who's to know? Modern science and all that rubbish. I don't know. Mindset. Oh dear, that's made me laugh now. Don't make me laugh, I'll wet myself. Okay, so motivation. It's motivating. Well, Motivation Monday, we have another amazing opportunity to embrace another week of opportunities, taking lots of action, doing things. But sometimes, we just, we're thinking, the body not willing? I don't know. Or sometimes our body's willing, but our mind isn't. And we have a lot of reasons why we procrastinate, why we don't do this. And this is when the evenings is like the excuses and things like that. And I haven't actually done a reading for the week ahead. No, because I had this amazing idea to do a special reading for the week ahead. But then I thought, maybe not. So I Shall I or shan't I? And then I thought, oh, it might make a great TikTok. I don't know, my reading for the weekend, because I've been so really peeved off at the moment with everything, and being totally lost in where I want to go. And in fact, there's a sort of decision going on in the background in not anymore, with the business. University. No, you're not. There's someone else that heard about this. So there's a big possibility that I will not be continuing with a business at the moment, because I'm just pissed off at the moment, mainly with people. But no, because one has lost one's way, and one sort of like the joy isn't there, etc., like that. And I was having a long chat with my daughter at the weekend. Well, like yesterday. And she said, what was it you really want? And she goes, this is the problem when people turn their hobby into a business, which is quite true. A business, a hobby into a business. It gets all involved, and everything is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It is just business, business, business. And she said, the thing is, when she works, she goes to work, and she does her hours, and she comes home, and then she just chills in the evening, and she doesn't bother thinking about work, and she sits there and she's got a hobby, which is her needlework and things like that. And she said to me, Mum, but number one, you don't ever turn off, because you're constantly looking at Facebook and things like that, or if people made a comment, you're on it and everything like that, and constantly thinking, oh my, what am I doing for September, what am I doing for October, and so on and so forth and so forth. And she says, whenever you're out and about, you think, oh, that'd be good business, isn't that? And she goes, you never turn off. And then she goes, and when you do chill in the evenings, what do you do? And I went, that's a good question, because she says your hobby, basically, I ended up hating it, took 6 months and recovered my passion. And and this is basically, she said, you've turned your hobby into business. So she says, you don't actually have a hobby anymore. And I went, and she goes, so there's nothing else you do besides business. And I went, you're quite right, got Stell. And yeah. And I don't know, I don't actually hate it, because I do enjoy the readings and I do enjoy the mentoring, and of course I still really believe in Reiki Teddy, absolutely 100%, and I believe in all this mojo woo stuff, yeah, absolutely. However, it is all time consuming, and it is very disheartening when you put on so much work, and I know and you get absolutely nothing back. And the comments you get from your business managers go, well, you're in the wrong market. Yeah, well, it's the apathy of people and the stories they're telling themselves, and so on and so forth. So when I was doing radio 6 days a week, I ended up hating it, took 6 months off and recovered my passion. Yeah, well, I was hoping that, mind you, August sort of blinked and it went, and that was what my idea was, to step back and to realign, and it didn't quite happen because other things were going on. So I was thinking, so my daughter and I were having a chat last night about, or yesterday afternoon, and where do you want to go? And she says to me, what is it you really want to do? And I sat there and thought, and the thing is, I'm the manifesting mental queen, and I've actually manifested most things that I want. And it was like, yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of places I want to travel to, but I do have the opportunity to travel. We've got some money there. And, and it's like, yeah. So basically anything, I've actually manifested my ideal life. I've got a beautiful little home, which is my needs at the moment. In the future, predicting the future, no. But at the moment, at this exact moment in time, it is the perfect home, the perfect place, the perfect price. Everything is covered, blah, blah, blah. So I've manifested beautiful home. I've got an amazing little car, which gets me A to B to C to D, etc. like that. So I'm manifesting my car. And I do have an income. So I have actually manifested my life. And then you think, what else is there? And it's just like, well, what else? So we were sort of diving deeper. What is it that you want? So we did talk about something that I was talking about, which I'm not going to go into because it's a bit personal. be personal about one side of things that I wanted. And so we're talking about how we can do that. So we thought, we'd try that thing, swipe left, swipe right, swipe left, swipe right. I don't know, maybe not. But she said, what else is it that you want to do? And I went there and I said, you know what I've always wanted to do? And I started talking about what I wanted to do. And then I went dead. And then she goes, you're turning it into a business again, Mum. And I went, the thing is, I want to share. I want to share things. She goes, and that's your problem, Mum. You want to share your knowledge, share your wisdom, share your guidance, share your enthusiasm with other like-minded people. And I said, well, this is where the problem is, that because then it's just me doing it all. It is me, and I get so intense. And I said, so that's where I need someone else who's got the same passion, same thoughts as me, same aspirations, and same that and sort of thing. So it's like, so maybe I need to, I don't know. But this is it. So it's getting to a state that it's like, this is all concerning. So some of you may or may not know that I do have a tarot group, a tarot and oracle cards for every day with Julie-Sian. And that is really time consuming. I'm posting every day, posting a lot with things and like that. And for what? There's a lot of members in it, and there's only about 3 or 4 people who regularly have a look at the posts. And it's like, why am I doing it? And I used to enjoy it, but now I don't. It's becoming a pain in the backside. And so I said to Anna, well, I think that will go. So I will be closing that group down, my tarot and oracle cards for every day, because if people want card readings, they can go and get my daily reading on my YouTube channel. If they want a free card, they come here on my lives Monday to Friday. There's a free card, and I use different packs most weeks, so the different decks each week, so they can get a message. And there are other groups that they could join. So it's like, I'm going to remove that. So there will be an announcement going into that group. How quickly I will close it down, whether I just close it down tonight or give them 24 hours notice, I don't know. However, that was that. My YouTube channel will be going, because I can pre-record a whole load of those and boom, 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 and schedule things like that. But it's this sort of, what else is there to do? And it's like, you're putting this out, and it's like, what was the final straw? Final straw was on Thursday, when I sort of, because I prepare what I'm going to talk about. There's a lot of preparing, it may be a little bit hit and miss, what is she talking about, and things like that. But there is a slight madness to the mayhem, or I don't know what the saying is, madness to the mayhem. There is a sort of theme of my weeks. There is a theme of each day as I progress through, etc., like that. So there is a theme, and there is a lot of work. But when you do all that work, and I know other people got their lives to run, and I totally get it. We're busy, we all run things, and I don't expect everyone to be here for every week, every day between 6 and 7. I don't expect that, etc., like that. But it's like, why am I doing it? To get my name out there. But quite clearly, it's not getting out there. So we're rejigging things at the moment. So that's where we are at the moment. But this is where you have to do. I just couldn't get off the phone quick enough. Oh, it's all right. Joking. It's all right. But it's like, yeah, you did. But because there was no one there, and I've been on there for 15 minutes. No offense to you, I was on it for 15 minutes, and no one turned up. So it's like, okay, bye. I'm not hanging around for a whole hour. No offence to you, Sally. Again, I appreciate you had other things on, and thank you for watching #replay. And I do appreciate everyone watches me back #replay. However, what it is, it's like, what is it that I want from life? Because I'm so often asking everyone else what you want from your life. What is it that I want? And you get so involved in your own life, you get so involved in other people's circuses, you get so that you actually lose track of what you want and where you want to go. And sometimes you actually have to sit down and step back and actually go, whoa, enough is enough is enough. I'm going to take a break. But actually having a complete break away, you know, no phone, no internet, no. And what is it I really want to do? Write it down in my journal. Use my journals. Write in my journals. I was talking to a beautiful friend today, and she goes, "Have you meditated on it?" I went, "Bullshit to that." No, don't practice what I preach. Whoops. But this is it. You know, when it's like, when you're sort of working with people and you go, you know, I actually get it. Because a lot of people don't actually know what they want. And I knew what I wanted. And I put everything in it. And yeah, I've got, like I said, I've got this beautiful home. I've got this car. I can go on, you know, I can go on holiday. I can go up to the theatre. I can do this. I can do that. I can travel, etc. like that. So I have manifested a lovely life. It didn't all happen overnight. There is a lot of mindset and positive mindset. And it's like, yeah, you can do it if you really want it. And what is it, the mindset and motivation on Monday, is that we talked about this. What is it? What is it you want, and why do you want it? The problem is, when you don't know what you want, so the easiest thing is what I don't want. And so I went, well, I don't want this, don't want that, and that. So I came back, but I actually said to Anna many years ago, and it does keep propping up. I have this visualization of this sort of dream that I want. And it's slightly different to what I'm living at the moment. And it was like, and she was like, really? Didn't know about it? And I said, well, no, because I put it to one side. I had put it to one side thinking, you know, and then got on with another life and manifested this amazing life I've got, and I'm really blessed. But it's like, this is what I fancy doing. And I actually yesterday evening did a little research, and then it was like, shit, it's going to cost me a lot of money, a lot of pennies. And this is what's so frustrating, because that is and it's not a problem, and I'm not putting it out to the universe, so it's going to cost me a lot of money, and straight away I'm putting a negative thing to it. I said to Anna, no, because I suddenly said, this isn't our mindset. It was and it's like, right, what I've got to do is do the research. And then when I've done my research in what I want, what is good, then it's like, right, and it's not that it costs a lot of money. No, it's just an exchange of energy. So I sort of rephrasing it. And at this moment in time, it's like, okay, I've got to do a bit of research in what I really want to do and start positively actioning it. And then when I know where I want to go and what I want to do, and when you've got that, then you can create a plan of action. And it's like, the first thing I went, oh my God, this is going to cost a lot of money. But it wasn't that I was putting it out as a negativity. It was like, okay, but I wasn't using that as because people go, oh, it's going to cost me a lot of money, and then don't go for it. No. It was like, oh, okay, this is what I want. It's going to cost this such and money. Okay, yeah, that's what I really want. And like I said, I quickly said to the universe, it's not negativity. It's like, okay, now I have something that I want to go for. Now I know is, you know, where I want to go for the money. I'm going to have to stand on the corner a bit more in my sexy clothes and to manifest that. But it's like, but it wasn't like I said to Anna, oh, it's going to cost me a lot of money, and you know, I haven't got the money, and No, it wasn't that, because that's straight away the wrong motivation, the wrong mindset. And I wasn't putting it out as the mindset. I said to Anna, I'm not putting it out as that. It's like my plan of action. This is what I want. I'm here. This is where I want to be. And one of the things that's going to get there. But I said, that's just the start. So you have to have a goal. But of course, goalposts can change. And I've spoken to this about, you know, you start a life. And when you start on a journey, you only know the information that you came up to. So you can only create a life and your dreams and stuff with the information. So you start your plan of action. And once you start your plan of action, you start going along. And as you start going along, this is when I go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you get to plateau number 5. And then you get like things and go, oh, because now you've got more information, you've got more knowledge, you've actually gone from here to get to there. So your vibrations go, and it's like, oh, now I didn't know this happened and didn't know that happened. And it's like, well, you know, yes, if you buy it outright, it's going to cost that much money. Maybe you go, I'm going to rent it instead. Maybe there's a place you can rent, won't cost so much, etc., like that. And it's like, ooh, so I can still do the dream but do it in a different way. So it's like flipping it and looking at it and looking at a different angle. But when you first start out and you think this is what I want, and then you have this dream and it's like, whoa, I can't afford that. Whoa, that's way out my comfort zone. You know, I want this promotion at work. Oh, look at those people, they're like that. But then it's just like, okay, hang on, step by step. What did those people do to get to that life? They did this, they went to college. Well, I can go for evening college, I can do this, I can do that. And you start your journey. And this is the mindset, is not allowing this negative, the naysayers, the using the reason why you can't go for something. And that will hold you back. And that's just an excuse. Because I could say, right, this is actually what my dream is now, what I really want. But I could use the excuse, it's going to cost me a lot of money. And then am I going to be fit enough to do this? And it's going to ruin my nails. Well, I'll just cut my nails off. I don't know. But I've got loads of excuses. And then it's just like, no, I really want it, but I'm going to do it in a different way. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just starting the things. But what it is that the mindset is that when you first think, and then you're surrounded by people who turn around and say, oh, what are you going to do? So there's only one person who knows, and that's my daughter. And I mentioned it yesterday. I've not mentioned it to anyone else. Because sometimes there are things out there that, because you know you are surrounded by negative naysayers and Debbie Downers and etc., that it's like, you know what? I'm going to actually do it. Keeping it quiet. And then suddenly announce, I'm here. I've done it. Because then you haven't got this negative, the toxic people around you. Yes, I'm still going to be working on my dream, but I'm not going to be broadcasting it at the moment. It will take a while. Well, I don't know. Maybe universe give it to me next week, because it's like, hey, this is what I want. It's in alignment with me. But it does mean, hi Joe. But sometimes, this is what I say to people, is if you're wanting a dream, and you've and subconsciously you've allowed people to hold you down, and subconsciously you use, oh, I can't do this because it may upset grandma, but you're using that as an excuse. Because how do you know? Why don't you actually talk to grandma and say to grandma, this is what I want to do? And most people go, okay. But if you're going to mention it and you know someone's not going to support you, don't give your energy and your power to that person. All right? If you know, and if you're thinking, oh, I'm going to mention it to my family and I expect my family to support you, quite clearly they won't. Why? Because you're going to be rocking the boat. Because if your dream is to go on a world cruise for the next year, okay? So it means you're going to be on a ship and you'll be travelling all around the world having great fun. But your family go, oh, what do you mean you're going to not see us for a year? You know, you can't leave us, and what are you going to do? How are you going to pay your bills? Yeah, and they're going to do everything they can. Why? Because they're so used to you having there 365 running down and you being the things. Suddenly you're not going to be there. And what it is, it's like, oh my God, she's not there. Or he's not there. Or you suddenly go, you know what, I've got this amazing job, and you may live in say you live in Manchester, and you suddenly get this, and your family's in Manchester, and you've grown up in Manchester, and they're all your friends, and everything is in Manchester, but you've suddenly been offered this amazing job opportunity in LA, all right? And I've spoken to my daughter about this, and I told her she's got to take it. And I said, you get this job, and it's an amazing opportunity. And you've gone it, and then you suddenly go, you know what, I've got this job. And they go, oh, great, yes, it's really good. I'm going to be earning all this money. And they go, oh, that's fantastic. Oh, where is it? It's in LA. Straight away, oh, what do you want to go to LA for? What do you want to do this for? You know, we won't see you, and negative naysayers. And then you sort of, then they start letting you down and think, oh, well, I don't know, you know, I'm in a foreign country, you know, I'm thousands of miles away from home, and, you know, I won't have, you know, sort of things like that. And then you start allowing, and then it's like, well, you know, you won't see grandma, and what happens if she drops dead? And she goes, well, she drops dead, I'll say goodbye to her now, you know, it's all that. But then it's all this negativity. So, you know, if you suddenly say to someone, oh, you know what, I'm thinking about going for this job in LA, I'm thinking, but I don't know because I'm not sure what people will say, you know. And the thing is, if you suddenly go, I've got this job and I'm flying out next week or I'm flying out tomorrow, people going, and it's like goodbye. But people go because you've rocked the boat. You've rocked the boat. You've rocked their life. And it's like, you know, and it's like, and this is why people don't like it. And this is why you feel you don't get the support from your friends and family, because it's like you're stepping out of your comfort zone and you're going for your dream. You're going to do this. Or, you know, when you've been in a relationship for a long time and everyone outside thinks you're happy-go-lucky. You know, there's, is it Hugh Jackman, who's just broken up with his wife after 27 years of marriage. People probably thought, that's great. Now you see, you don't know what's going on behind doors, you know. And I've just noticed that their youngest son is 18 when he's leaving home to go to college. So probably why, but you don't know. But they said, but you've been together for 27 years and why now? Well, you do not know what's going on behind doorsteps. You do not know what's behind scenes. You do not know how long the relationship has gone, boom, boom, boom. And they probably made a decision that now my son is 18 and he's left home, we don't need to be around, so we are going our separate ways because, you know, we stay together for the children, which is the wrong reason to stay together. But people go, yeah, but you've been together for 20, and it's because they're so used to it. And suddenly they're not together. And suddenly it's like this, and it's like rocking their boat. And now they're in a territory, having to live in a territory like, oh my God, you're going to be working in LA. And it's suddenly, well, what are we going to do? You know, boom, boom, boom. And it's like, oh, you know, I'm moving away. I'm not going to live in Northampton. I'm going to live in North Wales, or I'm going to live in the Caribbean, or I'm going to live in India, or wherever I'm going to go. Yeah, so it's like, but yeah, and I went, well, how is it actually going to really affect you? You're still going to get up and go off to your shitty little job every day. You're going to wake up in your shitty little relationship with your shitty little finances, with your shitty little thing. And what's going to accept you is that I've stepped out and decided I'm not going to live a dog poo life anymore. I'm not going to do it. Well, I haven't done it. And this is what rocks people's boat, is because they are so happy, or are they, living their life, whinging about, oh God, it's Monday, I'm going to this job, I really hate the job, and I'm surrounded by all these people. But you do it day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. Oh, but the thing is, then I go, well, if you're not happy with your job, what are you going to do about it? Well, if I go, you know, what am I going to do about the business? I went, you know what, if the business went down bankrupt, or they were going to make people redundant, they couldn't give two arse about you. But I said, you know, you can either do two things, like it, lump it, leave it, or do something about it. There's 4 things you can do. If you're in a job and your hand on your heart, you either like it and then stay there. And don't whinge and moan, because if you like it, you're not going to whinge and moan. Lump it. Just get on with it. If you don't like it, you get on with it, but stop the whinging and moaning. Leave it. Okay, so you go, I'm not going to stay in this shitty dog poo life anymore. Hello, I'm not going to stay in this dog poo job anymore. Like it, love it, like it, leave it, or you do something about it. You can say to the business you're working with, you're currently in, and go, you know what, I don't like this job, but I'm not going to lump it anymore. I'm going to do something about it. All right? But if you're choosing not to do one of those things, or if you're choosing to, yeah, I like my job, so I'll stay there, so stay there. If you're choosing to lump it because you're not enjoying it, stop whinging and moaning about it, because the more you whinge and moan, the more negativity, the more it's going to get. You're choosing to stay there. Leave. You can leave that job. You can leave it and go and work for somewhere else. All right? And go and get a job elsewhere. And if you're an accountant and you're fed up with it, go and get a job as a horse jockey. Go and get a job working with animals. Go and do something completely different. And so what if people go, why are you leaving that amazing job as accountancy, no any money, and you're becoming a dog walker? Well, or you do something about it. You do something about it. If you don't like the job and you're lumping it, whinge about it. If you don't like it, you go and leave it. But you do something. Like it, lump it, leave it, or do something about it. And that's what you do with your relationships, if you're in a relationship you're not happy with, you either in a relationship you like. If you're in a relationship and you're not enjoying it, you can just stay stationary in that dog manure, horse manure, whatever it is. You leave it, you leave that relationship, or you do something about it. You tell your partner, I'm not happy. But if you're choosing not to do anything about it, stop whinging and moaning. Your finances. You either like your finances, your financial situation, which is brilliant, fantastic. Yes, I like my financial situation. You lump it. If you don't like your financial situation, just whinge and moan, but don't do anything about it. But you're just going to stay exactly the same as you are. You leave it. It's stay single. I love my... Yes! You do that because it's doing the best thing ever, Joe. You are this amazing swan goddess. Stay single. Absolutely. It's suiting you perfectly at the moment. You're living life to the full. Leave. Your finances, you're not happy with it? Well, you can leave it as it is, in the shit hole it is, if you've got no money and things like that. Or you do something about it. Right, I'm going to see where my money is. Why is I'm living from hand to mouth? And why am I going in the red? And where am I going? And when you sit down and actually do your bookkeeping, you know, your accounts, this is how much money coming, look where I'm spending it, and you actually you control your money, but you're actioning it. So, what situation? I put a post up on Friday, and the post was, if there were two things in your life, what would you change? And I asked everyone, and how would it make you feel? I put this post up. What were the two things you would change, and how would it make you feel? And do you know what? 98% of the people, or maybe 97%, people all put virtually their health and their money. They all, virtually everyone put health and money. And then they all said, well, it will make me happy. And the money was, I want financial freedom. Most of them wanted financial freedom. They wanted health, but they didn't say what it was. They wanted good health and they wanted financial freedom. And that's what most people did. About 97% of the conversation that people put, they replied, and they said they would feel better. They were fed up of they were feeling, I don't want to be tired and fatigued all the time. Well, that's to do with your health. I don't want my health. I don't want to be having this pain all the time. That's your health. Oh, I don't have to, the money. I don't want to worry about. So it was all health and money. Now, some of these people there, most of them were over 18, most of them were over 20, and most of them were aged over 30, all right? So let's say the average number would be about 30, aged about 30. So most of these people are saying about that, and they were upwards, 30, 40, 50 upwards, but the average lower age was 30 to 35 was the average age of the person there. Now, anyone who was making a comment about, I want to change my health and I want to change my finances, their health had been like that, been deteriorating. And it started, you didn't wake up, well, sometimes, most people averagely wake up and slowly, I want to lose weight, I want to lose weight, I want to lose weight. Okay. They didn't wake up day one 20 stone overweight. No. It was the compound effect of everything they've done in their life that took them to be, I'm 20 stone overweight and I want to lose weight, but I don't know how to lose weight. And well, if you do, it's very easy to lose weight. Very easy. Two things. You be aware what you're eating, and you don't calorie count. You eat healthy food. Make sure you drink a liquid water, and you exercise. And to lose weight, and I'm not a dietitian, you have to burn off more calories than what you're eating. It makes sense. Or you're eating the wrong calories. So if you're sitting there all day and eating cake and sitting watching telly and not being things, eat less, move more, simple as simple. Exactly as simple as that. But you've taken your time to get there. And if you're saying, I want to, I want to have health and I want to lose weight. I want to lose weight. I want to lose weight. Well, why aren't you doing it? Quite clearly, these people who put on there, even though they said what are the two things, so most people put the two things, and I go, is it really your priority? And we were talking about what is your priority. What is your priority? Because when it becomes your priority and they go, I want to lose weight, and I go, why aren't you? What's stopping you? And then the excuses and the... Hello, Joe Dudley, long time no see. Did you have a nice holiday? Happy anniversary the other day with I can't remember your partner's name. Can't remember. And how's the little Eva? So yeah, but if you want to lose weight, your motivation has to be really there. But it's like I say to people, they go, oh, well, and I go, are you the one who does all the buying? Damn too much more, damn tooting. Yeah, I say that. Yeah, absolutely. So I say to people, right, and most of these were women, virtually all of them were women. So my comment to them is, are you the one who does the food shop? And they go, yeah. Well, I say, well, if you're buying the food, why are you buying the cakes and the biscuits? Oh, because the family like it. And I went, well, fine, but you can buy cake for your family and you can buy your fruit for yourself. When you cook up dinner, you can cook up their dinner and yourself. You just put in more vegetables, and instead of having a roast potato, you have a jacket potato. Oh, I haven't got time for it. I went, bullshit to that. Okay. Oh, well, they go, and then I go, what you do, you have a box, and in that box, you have it labelled up, and you have the kids' box, and all the sweets and the cakes and the biscuits go into that box. Everything goes in that box. It's not on the side, it's not in the cupboard, it's in a box, and it's labelled up. And not being around, I've had such a full-on time. The trip was great, 3 years with Pete. Oh my God, Petty's doing, she's become an even bigger diva. Well, absolutely, Betty. Absolutely, a better, yeah, bigger. Love it. I love Betty. Betty's a beautiful Jack Russell puppy. I was proud of myself. It was great walking the stuff. I came out and the shop goes, yes, 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 absolutely. So if you've got a family and you're buying for a family, so there's no excuse. And as soon as I start saying to people, it's that simple. I've got a box now. We have a box. And in that box is the biscuits and the sweets and all the junky stuff, because I have a daughter who's not really on a diet. We get given sweets and chocolates at breakfast at birthdays and things like that, and it all goes into this one box, and it's there. Now at the moment it's a bit of a mess and we can't get the lid on because there's a lot of stuff in there, but that's where all the stuff is. So when I open the cupboard, so if I want to eat anything, I actually have to go to the box, we have to take the lid off, and then it's like because it's not my box, it's Anna's box. My box is actually called the fridge, and in the fridge are my apples and my oranges and my carrots and stuff, and there is a bar of chocolate because I like my chocolate things, but it's there in the fridge, and that is mine. It's her fridge as well. So my snacks are apples, oranges, grapes, strawberries. Okay, so this excuse is, well, I have to buy for the family. Yes, buy for the family. But if you are eating them every time, oh, I go, and I don't know what to have, that's not your box. That box has got their name on it. So you don't open that box. The only time you open the box is to put stuff in. And if they then eat or choose to eat all the biscuits and all the cakes all in one day, and you go, well, if you want any more, you go and buy it yourself. Or if you want those things, you buy it yourself. I am only buying this. You've got to take responsibility of your own life. And the mindset is, if you really want it, you'll go for it. All right, we got the 9/9 portal today, the 18th of September. It's a 9/9. It's the end of a cycle, start of a new one. You're going through, enough is enough. So many of you put, I want to lose weight and I want financial freedom. What are you doing about your financial freedom? Sitting there smoking, drinking a thing, having another Starbucks. Oh, I go out and I bought another, my 6th t-shirt, but I don't really want it, and stuff like that. And it's just like, for frig's sake, Do you actually know where all your money is? Do you actually know how much is coming in each month? Do you know actually how much is going out? And I've been watching these interesting things on TikTok. Yeah, spending too much on TikTok. And it's these people who get their money, and it's like they have a wallet, and each shift of the or socket of the money is labelled up. And I think it's called cash counting or something. I don't know what the name is for it. And what they do is at the beginning of the month, they get the end of the month, they get paid or whatever it is. So they know exactly how much money they got to get through the month. And there was, and she had a box here. It's great. The wee one has that. Yeah, exactly. And you don't touch it. It's her stuff. And you put all her little ones. And then when she's not there, it's got her name on. It's got your sister's name on it. So you don't touch it. It's hers. And it works really well. Having the box with the kids' names on it is there. Yes, you can actually say, right, you can take one item from your box. So you can have it up high, but you don't put your stuff. It's not your box. It's your husband's box or your partner's box or the kids' dog's box. I don't know. Label it up. If you've got to say, yeah, but I've got to buy the stuff, you don't have to. Oh, they won't eat the fruit and veg. Well, they'll go starving hungry. If they were really hungry, they would eat it, or you can do it in a different way. But this money pouching. And what they do is they get the money at the beginning of each month, and they know exactly how much money is to be put aside for their mortgage or their rent. They know exactly what their direct debit is for their gas and electricity and all their other exact bills. So that's all sorted. Any money left over, say for example, and I do it for easy maths. This is easy maths, all right? It may not be real, but say for example you receive £1,500 every month. That's all you get, £1,500. £1,000 goes to your rent, your mortgage, and your gas, electricity, and all your actual direct debits, and all the things that go out. So that's £1,000. So that is it. They then take £500 out of their bank account, and they actually have £500 in cash. Okay. Then what they do with this £500, so they can't use their bank account. They can't use their bank account. Okay, because the money there is already assigned, and it just goes to all their direct debits. But any money left over, so say there's £500, and I'm doing it for easy peasy, all right? Don't say, oh wait, my rent is this. I'm not interested. I'm just saying this is an example, all right? You have to use it for your own stuff. So then after you know how much money is going out to all your gas, electricity, your water rates and things like that, you've got £500 left, or whatever. All right, maybe 400, it may be £100, I don't know. Then you go, right, and then you start dividing that £500, and it's in cash. You got it, cash. You know what? You remember what cash is? You remember? Get that £500, and you got your wallet. And in one wallet, you go, every month, right, every month, I'm going to put in it holiday money. So you got your £500, you're going to put £20 into your holiday pouch. You're going to go, right, food. We spend £50 a week on food. That's £200. So they then put into their food, they put £200 into their food. Right, I want so much for my petrol, £50 into the petrol. And what they do is they actually get the money, and they actually put the cash into these different things. And they can have money, they'll have birthdays, they'll have savings and stuff. So they got the cash, and they actually put it in. And then at the end, when they've started to decide, I'm going to put £10 here, £10 here, and they got a little bit of left over, and they go, yay, we got £10 worth. But it's money saving, because you can actually physically see and you control. And if you suddenly turn around and go, and they may not have any birthdays that month, or what their favourite one is, they have Christmas, and they put money, and they go, right, we're going to put £50 this month into our business, or £40 this month into our Christmas fund. And if they do that for 11 months, £40, come November, they've got £440. And then they've got £440 we've got that to pay for our Christmas. And it's not scrimping and saving. They've actually saved it, but they're not touching it because it's cash. And it's in their envelope. And I love it. And she knows that it's been moved. I love her. So you've got your mindset. When you know what it is you really want, and like me, I had this mindset reset at the weekend, and we're deciding what we're going for, and there's going to be some changes around, and it's just like, yeah, and you've got to be motivated for it. And this is what this 9-9 portal is. It's phases and cycles, and life goes through phases and cycles. You know, you achieve everything you want. Now what? Okay, now I'm going to go for another dream. And then I achieve that, and then I'm going for another dream. And I'm going for another dream. But sometimes you have to say goodbye to something, because that was my dream. The dream was to have this business. The dream was to have this, and the dream was that. Now it's not the dream. My dream is something else. It's completely different. So yes, sometimes it's sad to say goodbye to something, sad to say goodbye to someone, sad to say goodbye to your job, sad, you know, because you're going to work for another company. You're going to go, they'll soon forget you. Give them a week, they'll have forgotten you existed. You go, oh, I love my car, but as soon as you get rid of that, buy a new car, great. You know, oh, I'm going to do it on my own. But now, look at beautiful Jo. She is flourishing on her own. She's loving it. You don't have to pick, well, apart from your sons, you don't have to run around that other grown-up kid. Yeah, your partners are another grown-up kid. But it'd be nice to have one, if it's the right one, who will look after themselves. Maybe they will pick up my dirty knickers. Yeah! That's what I want from my partner. Someone who would pick up my dirty knickers and bra off the floor. And then at the end of the day, it comes from the wash basket and it's on my bed in a neat pile. God, wouldn't that be nice? That takes me back when I was a kid. I used to throw my stuff on the floor and 2 days later be back on bed. It was a very clever magic thing this was. I don't know who did it and how he did it. Moved into my own flat and I went, Ma'am, who does this? She goes, it's the maid that does it. And I went, really? She goes, yeah, it's the maid who comes in and does the washing and the cooking and the washing up. And I go, but Mum, I don't have a maid. And she went, no, you don't. So you're going to have to do it yourself. That's what my mum told me. She goes, it's the maid that does it. And what maid? Well, you've left home. You've got to look after yourself. Really? Yep. Welcome to the real world, Julie-Sian. Yeah. Okay. So this is what this is all about. It's another phase. So yes, sometimes it's sad to say goodbye to something. And people going, well, why are you doing it? Why are you giving up? I'm not giving up. Oh, no. I'm not giving up. I'm just moving on to a new phase. I'm going into a new direction, a new something, because this has served me so beautifully. And yes, I'm still going to do a little bit of it on the side. But basically, I'm going into a new life. Now, some people go, oh, what are we going to do? Still going to be here, but doing something else. So, but that's what's so great about the 9-9 portal. Pete leaves his pants by the side of the bed. I've told him many times, if it's not in the wash bin, then they won't get washed. He learnt the hard way when he got ready for work and had no. That's the way. My ex complained to me about the way I ironed his shirts. He didn't like the way I ironed his shirts. So in the end, I turned around and go, I ain't doing it. If you don't like the way I iron a shirt, even though, and he complained about me in public. It was a bell ringing night and we go on to the pub and he was sitting there and he goes, yeah, and he actually did it in front of everyone and said, yeah, Julie only irons the collars and cuffs, the bits you go, and she doesn't iron anything else. And I turned around and I said to him, actually, that's bullshit. You see me iron your shirt, the whole shirt, so you've just lied and you've just put me down. And I said, you know what? And I said this to everyone else. He doesn't appreciate how I iron his shirt. I'm never going to iron his shirt again. And everyone went, woo, you've ironed. And I went, no. In the pub, I went, he's just, and I actually stood up to him in front of all his friends. And I said, that is not acceptable. Embarrassing me, poking out, making you look out really good. You have criticised me. I'm not having it. You don't like the way I iron a shirt. I said, from now on, you can iron your own shirt. And he looked at me and everyone else was, and I said, that's it, end of conversation. Got home, he was not happy, and I went, well, you. I said, you're not going to talk about me in front of me, in front of your friend, trying to make yourself look. And he goes, oh, I was only joking. I went, no, you weren't joking. It was the tone of your voice the way you were speaking it. I'm never going to iron your shirt. The next morning he went, I haven't got a shirt. And I went, I'm sorry. It's 11. It was last night, 11 o'clock, I told you. And I never ironed another shirt of his again. He learned. Then a few weeks later, he complained that I had put a crease in the wrong way of his jeans. You put the crease in the wrong way of my jeans. I went, right, you can iron your own trousers now. And he looked at me and I went, you don't like the way I iron? You can iron your own trousers. And from that onwards, I never did any more of his ironing. Now, a few weeks after that, I served up a dinner. It was so funny. Because he got, whoa, whoa. And I went, no. I said, I work full time. I'm bringing up your own kids. I'm working full time. I'm running around like a headless chicken. And in my evenings, when you're sitting there watching telly, bored, watching telly, he goes, well, I'm tired. I said, so am I. And I've just had a full day with the kids, going to work full time, and you're wanting a shirt or trousers at 10:30 at night. I ain't doing it anymore. You can do it. Well, I'm tired. I went, not my problem. You criticised me, I'm not doing it. So a few weeks after that, we were sitting at dinner, and Henry turns round and says, oh, I don't like this, Mum. I think you burnt it. Jonathan turns round and he says, Henry, whatever you say, don't criticise your mother, because you do that, she'll never cook for us again. Bingo, he learnt. He learnt. And I went, that's true. If you don't like the way I cook, you cook it yourself. If you don't like the way I do the washing up, you do the washing up yourself. And this is what it is. Learning to stand up for yourself. And they didn't like it. Maybe that's why he's my ex. But it's true. Okay, so when something comes to the end, it is sad when you give up something. But it's not that you're giving it up because you've given a go at it. But it's like, you know what? I'm starting a new cycle. I had to go through this to realise, and yes, I love doing it, but you know what? I'm doing something new, something exciting. And it's great because I've learnt so much what I've done here, but the end has come and I'm going to start something amazing new. So this is what this is all about, this 9-9 portal gateway. So here is we've got it there. The meditation to take you through. So if you've got this, but the thing is, someone has said to me, I haven't done the reading for the week ahead. Here is the reading for the week ahead. If you continue in the way you're carrying on, and at the moment you're saying to me, I'm having a dog poo life. My life is dog poo. I go, okay, here's the prediction for this week. If you continue doing exactly the same thing, saying the same things, doing the same thing, being surrounded by the same toxic people, doing exactly the same thing as you did last week and the week before, you're going to have a dog poo week. Exactly the same week. All right? Because you're still doing the same thing. No matter what advice I give you, and I can talk to you and I can go, the angels are telling you this, the angels are giving you these opportunities, and you're still sitting there and you've been whinging and moaning and still using the excuses. I can't do this because of this. I can't do this because of this. I can't do that. And your life is still staying the same. This is my prediction. Next week, or the end of this week, is going to be a dog poo week. Next week is going to be a dog poo week. The following week is going to be a dog poo week. And the following week is that. And you're having a dog poo life. Until you start and decide enough is enough and I'm going to go and do a change, your life is going to stay the same. You're still going to be in that work that you hate. You're still going to be in that relationship you don't like. You're still going to be in that financial mess. You're still going to be overweight. You're still going to be unfit. You're still going to be in the same situation as you were last week, as you were the week before, as you were the month before, as you were 6 months ago, as you were a year ago. And I will predict this. Your life is going to continue on that same dog poo life. And if you're happy with that, stop whinging and moaning about it and just go, yeah, it's my life. Lump it. But if you're complaining about it, yeah, complain about it as much as you want. And you've been complaining about it last week. And you were complaining about it like a week before. And you were complaining the week 6 months ago. Are you going to spend another week complaining? Are you going to spend another month complaining? Are you going to be another 6 months of complaining in the same thing? Oh, I'm in the shit job. Monday morning, oh, I've got to go off to work today. Oh, I've got no money. My partner doesn't love me. I'm overweight. I'm fat. I'm lame. And you keep saying that. And I'm going to predict to you. Tarot readers can't predict the future. This girl is predicting the future. You're going to be at exactly the same place. You're going to be saying the same excuses. The same blaming other people. I'm still going to go, oh, it's their fault. It's their fault I'm like this. It's because of them. Until you make that decision with the mindset that enough is enough, that you know what, I'm going to take action. And then you actually take that action. Your life is going to stay as dog poo. And that's what I'm going to tell you this weekend. That's my reading for the week ahead for you. You have a choice. You stay, you either like it, lump it, leave it, or do something about it. This is my reading for the week ahead. Like it, lump it, leave it, or do something about it. And doing something about it is taking action. But you won't take action because you're not motivated enough, because your reason why is not there. And your reason why isn't strong enough, and it's not your priority. This is why you're still living that dog poo life. I've made a choice. No, my life is not dog poo. My life is pretty good. I'm leading an extraordinary life. I am taking action. I am taking positive action. And I will continue to take positive. Yes, I had not a downer yesterday because that's life things. It's the 9-9 portal. It's time for change. Why not do it? But I bet most of you won't. You won't. And it's like, next time people say to me and they want a reading, my comment is, I will only do the reading if you're ready to listen to the guidance and take action. But if you're not ready to take the action, don't waste my time, don't waste your time, and don't waste your money. Don't take a reading. Don't work with a mentor. Don't work with an accountability buddy. Don't buy any more readings. Don't waste your money on it. It's a waste of your money and it's a waste of your time. Unless you are ready to take action and do something, it's a waste of your money and a waste of your time. I mean, I don't mind. You know, yeah, I'll book a reading. Oh, wait, Julie, I want to work with you as my mentor. Yeah, I'll do it for you. Great, you're paying me the money. I love it. But if you are still in exactly the same place, and I'm telling you the same thing, week in, week out, month in, month out, unless you take action, you're still going to carry on. And this week is going to be a dog manure life. Next week is going to be elephant manure life, and carry on. I'm saying dog poo because dog poo is worse than elephant manure. But there's only one person who can do anything about that, and that's you. That's you. And this 9-9 portal is all about change. The end of the one cycle and the start of a new one. Reflect, release, move on. Moving on is taking action. You may be surrounded by people who are going, what are you doing? You may be, and then just go, that's their problem. It's not your circus. If other people have a problem with you deciding that I'm not going to eat cake anymore and I'm going to have your box of food here, and yes, it's going to be different. They go, what do you mean I've got this box? And I'll go, and I get used to it, and I go, yeah, it's your box of goodies, but this is mine. And you can have my apples and oranges if you want to. You're welcome to it, but I'm choosing not to. But you can take a choice. I've got no money. Rather than whinging and moaning, do something about it. Oh, I'm in this situation. But you don't understand, Julie. You don't understand. No. You got yourself in that situation. You chose to do that. Law of cause and effect. You chose to allow people, even though at that time, you've got a choice to turn around and say enough is enough. You've got a choice to turn around. If your partner is criticising you about the way you're doing stuff, you go, right, I'm not doing it anymore. You either let me do it my way. If you don't want to do it, you do it. And if they go, they haven't got time, well, bullshit to that. Because I'm not ironing your shirts anymore. And if it means that you're having to stay up half an hour later at midnight and ironing your shirt, but I'm not doing it. If you don't give me the respect, I'm leaving you. And if you've got a problem with that, and when you go, well, I can't leave that, I don't know where I'm going, start doing some research. Research. Now, I'm leaving the relationship. Where can I go? What do I need to do? Don't use the excuse. Oh, I've got kids. Bullshit to that. Can do it. All right? Oh, I won't do it because it may upset someone. It may not. They may be bloody pleased that you're going ahead for it. And it may inspire them. Take positive action. So my message for the week ahead is, if you don't take action, you're going to stay in the same dog shit life. If you're ready for action, then your life will go from here to here. Embrace the 9-9 portal. It's time for something to end, and it's time to start. To do this, it's action. If you're not prepared to take the action, you're going to have to prepare to carry on whinging and moaning and using the excuses. And the excuse is just an excuse and a reason why you're not doing it. If you really, really, really want it, you will find a solution to the reason why. I can't go for the promotion because I haven't got the qualification. Go and get the frigging qualification. I haven't got the money to go on holiday. Why not? Oh, well, I bought these shoes, I bought this, and I bought this. Quite clearly, your holiday isn't priority. Start thinking. Start complaining. And if you're not ready to do that, stop moaning. Stop the moaning. And next time you catch yourself moaning and whinging, stop a minute. Can you like it, lump it, leave it, or do something about it? You catch yourself whinging. Oh, I ordered a meal. Oh, I don't like this steak. Right. You've said something. What are you going to do about it? You're going to sit there and eat it? Or you're going to sit there and go, no, actually, and make a complaint about it. Oh, it's embarrassing. Or go, well, you paying for all this money, you're paying 20 quid for that steak and it's unedible? Excuse me. It's unedible. I'm paying you good money for this steak. And if everyone else goes, oh, that's so embarrassing, it's because they're too embarrassed. Because they go, no, I'm paying good money for this. So I want a steak that I can eat. And they might go, ooh. And I go, no. So if there's something you're not happy about, if you're not happy about it, you either do something about it, you lump it and stop whinging about it. Or take action. Like it, lump it, leave it, or do something about it. That's my prediction for this week. Have a great week. Sorry got no cards, and I'll catch you all for tomorrow. Take care. Namaste. Bye.